Hey, it's Trevor Turnbull here, the founder of LinkedIn to Leads and the Expert Selling Machine Mentoring Program. And I'm joined by Manuj, who is a student in our program. He just joined a few weeks ago, and I wanted to have a quick chat with him because Manuj, of course, one of our goals in working with all of our students is to get them some quick wins. And Manuj has had a quick win, which is awesome. So I said, hey, Manuj, let's hop on a call here, and I'd love to talk through kind of where you were and what we've done to date and kind of some of the results. So Manuj, thanks so much for doing this with me.
Yeah, no, thanks to you. I mean, showing me the way and helping me figure this out. I've been a very much a technical person. Didn't know much about sales and marketing, and I was always afraid of approaching people, talking to them, and trying to see how may I sell my services. And this program has, given me step-by-step instruction. You've been there with your team supporting me on every step of the way, helping me set up things. And the result is, I've been getting so many meetings in just a few weeks and just closed my first contract within like a few weeks. And, the only regret I have is why didn't I do it earlier, And, you've made it so easy. So just I cannot thank you enough for teaching me this. And the more than the one single contract, the biggest thing that makes me happy is now I'm in control of my own destiny. I can whenever I run out of work, I can go and get more clients, and that's a really reassuring feeling.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's awesome. I know I just did a call with Manuj and he shared that with us right off the bat saying, hey, I just closed my first deal and it's more than paid for what I've invested in this program. So obviously it's worth it. And we're literally only a couple of weeks into working with Manuj. So Manuj, real quick then, let's just, for anybody that's watching, let's just tell them first of all who you are and what you actually do and sell, because I know you are an expert at what you do and you have clearly established expertise. I know you have a lot of courses published on Teachable, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, primarily, my background is all software and IT. I've been in software for 20 years. I've worked with small corporations, small startups, early stage startups, to very large corporations like Microsoft and Pearson Education. I've worked on projects ranging from like bootstrap projects, tens of thousands of dollars to hundreds of millions of dollars. And I have a very good track record in the sense that, I'm proud to say like everything I've done so far has been proven. People use my software. Some systems I built decades ago, they're still using it. And I'm getting more and more into very niche technologies, machine learning and deep learning, computer vision, blockchain. So I just like to innovate, be on the cutting edge of the technology, and help people succeed, help do the right thing, save money, do things very efficiently. And that's what I'm all about. So basically what I'm selling is all this expertise and experience I've packaged into something called fractional CTO or CTO as a service. And I work with startups or even mid-sized companies who are trying to adopt latest technologies and showing them how they can utilize these technologies to their advantage at a very fast pace and in the right way.
Awesome. And I know you had been a member of our online program for a while too. And what was the biggest challenge you were facing in really consistently generating the right leads, not only enough leads that you could then turn into clients, but really the right people? What were some of the struggles or the challenges that you were running into?
Well, I mean, the information is there, right? The information in that course is there. It's the initiative that you need to put in your own self to say, okay, you know what? I understand this. I'm going to do it. And that is what is lacking. I mean, I consider myself to be somebody not like a lazy person. I can do things, but even so, just watching it and saying, like I don't know whether I can do it. It's gonna be too salesy. It's just gonna, I don't want to put myself out there. So, just that reassurance about talking to you and saying, okay, you know what, I'm going to send out this message. Does this sound right? Is this more salesy, or, how should I respond to this response that I got? All those things are things which you basically freeze upon. You just get one response. They say, don't talk to me. And you say, maybe I'm ruining my relationship with these people, and then having somebody to talk to and say, Trevor, what should I do about this? That gives you the courage to keep going and move on, and then learn the process. That has been super helpful. So I mean, that's the difference. Doing it on your own, given the instruction, or having somebody guide you, take you through the process, and keep I'll say, like, keep reassuring you that you're doing the right thing, keep going. That's a whole difference.
Yeah. And it's the reason, honestly, why we created this program, of course. And I know you've heard this from me numerous times, but, I've had online programs out there in the world teaching around LinkedIn. And then, of course, our 30-day sales machine program that walked people through a little bit more expanded version of LinkedIn from a lead gen standpoint. And I was seeing very similar challenges that you just said, which was, it was great training, but there's just no way to automate and scale personal relationships in a business-to-business manner, not if you're doing it in the right way. And like you said, because literally all you've done so far was, we looked at your current first-degree network on LinkedIn and some of the prospects that you had built up, put together a strategy on, okay, here's a message that you might send out, and then here's another one that you send in like 4 days. And you just mentioned, so you're getting replies back. Some of them are receptive. Some of them are, hey, don't contact me again, which is bound to happen. But the whole point of it is that even those ones that are don't contact, and then, you know what, I don't think you actually got any, or if anything, not many of those, but it might be, you know what, I'm not the right person to talk to. So a lot of times, sometimes people run into that, and they just need a little bit of coaching to say, okay, well, that's not a dead opportunity. You might just say, hey, no problem. Maybe you know somebody that is, and if I can help you out, I'm glad to do so as well. So when I talk about this stuff, it really becomes so simple. And I think anybody watching this might see that. It's just like, yeah, that's really easy to do, but sometimes there's blocks there where we get frozen and don't really know what to do, or there's this fear around it, especially if you're sending hundreds or thousands of messages. If whatever comes back, what is the next step? And being able to have that guidance there to kind of talk you through it, and to give you some feedback based on our own experience, because we've worked with hundreds of clients in this capacity. It's been really valuable, I guess, for you, hey?
Oh, yeah. I mean, and the surprising thing is, I haven't even connected with, like, prospects or, people I know. And this is just in my existing network, and it was just there, and I've been connecting with these people for years. The account, the contract that I closed, the contact I made with this person was 2 years ago.
Wow.
And it was just there.
Yeah. And just to give a brief context to that. So these were existing people in your network. We put together some scripts to just reach out to them, to reconnect. You followed up with a little bit more of a direct message to say, hey, if I can help you, happy to do so. It ended up with, what was it, literally like one phone call and you had a deal? Or
the guy, I mean, the person who I was connected with, he said, okay, come over. He's doing his own startup. We chatted. He said, maybe, this is not the right fit right now, but I will refer you to somebody else. So, I mean, this is how the, the connections work, right? Like, so he connected with me with somebody else. He said, okay, come over, have a quick chat with me. Within half an hour, we said, oh, wow, this seems like a very good fit. I'm going to send you some stuff. And within a couple of days, it was done.
Awesome. And I think that's the key point on this for anybody watching too, is that sometimes you just need the at-bats, right? You need to be able to just get a foot in the door. You don't even know where the referral might come from. And I think you're a testament to that, obviously, Manuj. So like I say, we're only like a couple of weeks into working on this. We're just getting started. We haven't even done any outreach to new prospects or all the other stuff that we're going to be working with you on, sales funnel wise, landing pages, just all the machine aspects of what we're teaching here. So it's really exciting. And I hope some people that are watching this are inspired too, because if you're in the same position as Manuj, where you have experience, you are an expert at what you do, you're maybe just missing that one component that can help you pull all the pieces together and just get over those hurdles that are stopping you from not just getting a whole bunch of leads in the door, but the right leads.
Yeah.
And ones where these people are actually receptive to talking to you, because I know many of the most successful people that'll be in our program are already really good at what they do. They just need a little bit of help in some of these areas. So Manuj, what would you say to anybody that's, watching this and maybe considering hopping on a call to see if this is right for them?
Well, I mean, one thing is especially if you're new, like if you're, I mentioned this the other day on the call. I'm an introvert. I'm a techie guy. I don't know how to sell and market. Especially if you have these, if you consider yourself having these shortcomings, I mean, the revenue, to bring in the revenue, you have to learn these things. You have to be able to market yourself, sell yourself. And this is the best thing I've come across by far. And it doesn't force you to become somebody else. You can still, if you're not comfortable with like a salesy type of a, snake oil sales type of approach. This is very professional, very, low touch and soft selling, and it feels comfortable and it works. I'm just so surprised. I mean, I had a little bit of a doubt, but I've seen testimonials and everything, and I'm giving one, and it works. So
yeah.
And if you're a salesperson, this will add huge capacity to your lead generation, because you can multiply your capacity many times over. And if you're like me, you learn such an important skill that you won't have to rely on other people to go and give you work. Now you can be your own boss, sell your own stuff, expertise, charge your own fee that you think is right. Nobody to take a cut out of that and whatnot. So it's amazing.
Yeah, of course. And those are other areas that we're going to continue to work with you on in this program too, which is really defining the lifestyle that you want, so that we can really dig into that perfect customer and what you're selling and your price point, so that we can, engineer exactly what you want to do, right? So that's the exciting part about this. And, the potential is huge for you. I'm really excited for you. Anybody that's watching this that is inspired by this, if you'd like to have a chat about this, you're going to see a link around this video somewhere to go ahead and just fill out a really simple application form that's going to allow us to learn a little bit more about you and your business and where you're at and where you want to go, so that we can hop on a call and see if this is right for you as well. So I encourage you to do that. And Manuj, thanks again for doing this. I'm looking forward for the weeks to come.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you. And your team. I mean, I didn't even mention, you have a whole team to support. And not only that, you're bringing in other experts, and that's a tremendous value in itself. So, I mean, this is an amazing program for sure.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Manuj.
Thanks. Bye.